Hi everyone, it's Monique from ButterBeeScraps and I'm back to do some more embellishments on my mini albums. So I hope you're ready to join me and I hope you're keeping up. So this week I'm going to finish this spread and that page, and then we're going to try to finish these two pages as well. So that's the goal. Hopefully we'll get that far. So the next thing I'm going to work on is actually this guy right here. And the first thing I'm going to do, well, I'm going to just pull this mat out so that I have that to work on. But do you recall I had put a magnet underneath the wallpaper on this page? What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a little bit of E6000 there, close this to make sure the magnets line up, and just let it sit and let the glue cure while we work on the spread, because there's no way that I'd be able to slap it down and then open it without that magnet ripping off. So you would think by now I would be prepared before turning on the camera, but alas, I am not. Okay, so I just put a little bit of glue on that. Press that down. And I'm going to put this aside so that we can work on the page. And I'm sure by now you guys have figured out that I'm just a wee bit crazy. So I'm going to do something really cool. I think it's really cool on this page, which will require a lot more pattern paper, which, you know, I don't have. So that's why I'm crazy. Why am I adding all these extra tabs and flaps and stuff? Because I'm crazy. So I don't even know how to describe to you what I want to do here. Basically, what it's going to be is I'm going to have a large pocket, but there'll be a flap that you lift up, and then two more flaps like this that are actually pockets holding tags. I don't know. Anyway, let me show you. Why don't we make it? And then it will be very clear to you what's going on in my head. Okay, so you're going to need an 8.5 by 11 sheet of black cardstock for the base. And as pathetic as this score or this bone folder is, I do like it because it's got a nice sharp edge on it for score lines. Okay, so you're going to lay your sheet on your scoreboard like this with 11 inches across the top. You're going to score it at 2.5 inches. And then again at 8.5 inches. Then I want you to turn it 90 degrees like that. Score it at 4 inches. And again at 8 inches. So you now have something, I don't know if you can see those score lines, hopefully, like this. Okay. Now we're going to take your metal-edged ruler and what is this? Oh yeah, an X-Acto knife. And I'm going to cut, you can see, okay, so I've got my 4-inch score line there and 8-inch down here. So there's this 2.5 inch. I'm going to cut along this score line right from this corner down to the bottom. And hopefully I can do this without getting my head in the way. Oh yeah, good job. No, I can't do it like that. I can do it like that. No worries, guys. Yeah, I messed up, but it's all good. Actually, and then what I want you to do is the same on this score line from here down to the end. So I'm going to do it like this again just because it's easier for me to cut it. There we go. Now, so you have these two cuts. I want you to cut this off a 1/2 inch down from this score line. So I'm going to turn this upside down. And using my Tim Holtz ruler, I'm lining up the 1/2 inch line along that score line. So this here is where my score line is. And I'm just going to cut between those two cut lines. There we go. And on these two corners, what I like to do is cut a bit of an angle off because these are going to be glued down and, well, you know the drill. That's why I didn't worry too much about my mess up there. You can also just use a pair of scissors. That would be easy. We're going to do that on these two. So now what we're going to do is, oops, sorry, bumped the camera with my head. We're going to fold up. Remember we scored on the top here, so I'm going to flip this over. Flip this up like this, and like this. Same with this here. And I'm wondering, yeah, it should be good. Then we're gonna score like this, or sorry, fold like that on both sides. And then this flap goes the opposite direction. Now make sure you don't get glue squirting out this side because you're going to glue your pocket closed, and that's not really what we're after here. Actually, oops, we're going to run a bead of glue down here as well, just right next to the edge, just to close the bottom of that pocket. Now, in order for these flaps to open and close properly, when you cut along these score lines, you got to make sure to cut on the outside of the score line, not right in the center, or you're going to get binding in the seams. The other way to solve that problem is just to fold your paper the other direction so that the seams are on the outside, but I prefer not to do that because I like it looking more finished on the outside. So now what we're going to do is create a flap for over the top. And I'm going to make that guy, I'm going to cut a piece of paper that is 6 inches by, let me think here, by 5 1/4. Six by 5 1/4, and actually, then we're going to score this guy. So put it so that you got 5 1/4 inches along the top there, and we're going to score at 4 3/4. this guy actually gets glued right to the back there. Because of the thickness of this, I like to, you saw how I glued it, rather than just glue it on the back and then hope that you can fold it over. And I wanted to make sure there was generous room there so that when this is closed, this will fold over top fairly easily. Okay, so this here is the bottom, right? So we're basically going to add glue along this bottom flap, or you can use score tape. I'm choosing to use glue today. However, you must use glue on the sides. You're going to put 2 thin strips of glue on either side here. I'm actually going to do it with this flap folded down.
express the same things, but with different words. We acknowledge the same curve, and those might have hurt. It's like the last line you draw to remind a past time, a fast-minded feeling of freedom, please you be recognized. And I can hear your doctors calling from here to say, kill bias, independency, and ocular seal, cause the young himself is stealthy mass appeal.
Where's my muse? Where's my muse? If it's like every word slipping through my mouth has been used, staggering like the old man feeding a third. With my glass eye reflecting half the things that I've learned. A windowless frame in a transparent room, filling up cracks with plastic assumes. Shape shift, nuance, venue. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over. Wreck up your life until you get sober. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over, my friend. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over. Break up your life until you get sober. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over, my friend.
I've risen myself as I walk along the weary, moldy watching. I found myself staring, building up an empire of my great desire. Well, the fumes from my thought process takes me higher, higher and higher. Ain't stopping there. My avalanche of color starts over there, and I've got the solitary key to go through. Ray and delicious, the traps can be so vicious. Prepare for the ultimate takedown. Part-time experience might save you from deliverance, but will it serve the greater cause?
log down by the shore. The last sunset of the fall tells me half my life is o'er. The crimson afterglow is all of the fading things, of the fading things, of the fading things. There's not a bird up in the sky, not a ripple on the lake, no breeze from the fire up on high, just the beauty that you made in your fading things, in your fading things. Of the fading things. Soon I will have to go back down to the lights below the hill. I bring the third act curtain down, knowing that your warmth is in the chill of your fading things, of your fading things, of your fading things.
Okay, so what I've decided to do here is I'm actually going to attach this here so that it can come up like that. So what I did was I cut a piece of the yellow cardstock to match my envelopes at 6 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Then I scored it a 1/2 inch from the end, and you saw me clip the corners and do a corner rounder there. So I'm just going to ink this the same as I did the base and attach her.
We express the same things, but with different words. We acknowledge the same curve, and those might have hurt. It's like the last line you draw to remind a past time. A fast minded feeling of freedom, please to be recognized. And I can hear your doctors calling from here to say, kill bias, independency, and I'll kill the seal. Cause the young himself is stealthy mass appeal.
Where's my muse? Where's my muse? If it's like every word slipping through my mouth has been used. Staggering like the old man feeding a third. With my glass eye reflecting half the things that I've learned. A windowless frame in a transparent room, filling up cracks with plastic assumes. Shape shift, nuance, venue. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over. Wreck up your life until you get sober. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over, my friend. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over. Break up your life until you get sober. Don't stop dreaming cause this ain't over, my friend. I've risen myself as I walk along the weary, moldy watching. I found myself staring, building up an empire of my great desire. Well, the fumes from my thought process takes me higher, higher and higher. Ain't stopping there. My avalanche of color starts over there, and I've got the solitary key to go through. Ray and delicious, but traps can be so vicious. Prepare for the ultimate takedown. Part-time experience might save you from deliverance, but will it serve the greater cause?
Alrighty then, I think we're done for this week. This pocket ended up being glued on a little bit crooked, which is a bit annoying, but I don't think most people would notice. So I'll go over what I did today. So this pocket, I love this little contraption. It's just kind of a mishmash of a bunch of things that I saw online. So you flip this up, and then you've got this little pocket with a tag here and here. And then of course you've got a pocket up top where I put, these are a couple of the tags from the Tim Holtz Ideology pocket cards. They're a little bit grayer than I'd like for this paper line, but the brushed corduroy I think brightens them up enough. So that was one spread we did today. The other one was this one here, which I kept pretty simple. Just added a few accent brads on the side there, and you saw that I glued this section of this wallpaper, and that was so that I could slide it in easily and maneuver it around. Another thing I like to do is, you know, put in, these are 3/16 inch eyelets, and weave some chain in there. And you guys, if you haven't checked out the new glass watch cabochons, you have to do that. These are the 1/2 inch, along with the little charm setting that I have in the shop. So that was that. And then I moved on to this spread, where I decided to add this flap just to keep the pocket down. It also, I think, adds a little bit more interest. So I put a couple of the small arrows, and you saw what I did there. So this flips up. You've got that, and this. This mat, of course, is removable, and then there's a tag in the pocket. You saw I put the tag in the pocket here. Did some more stitching with the wire, and I did line the back of the paper with some score tape this time. It was easier, but you probably saw over on this right here, I did tear through the paper, which kind of annoyed me, but I was able to make it work anyway. So that's it for this week's tutorial. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you're following along and making your own mini album. I know I'm using an old paper line, which many of you may not have. I apologize for that, but that brings me to my next question. Survey. I'm thinking about doing an online live mini album class, and I just wanted to get a feel for who may or may not be interested in that. So what you would do is you would purchase the kit from my store, which would get you admission to the online class. It would only be available to those who do purchase the kit, and you will have recordings available to you afterwards for as long as you want. So anyway, leave me a comment down in the comment box. Tell me yay or nay. Cost of the class, I really have no idea at this point, but expect to pay $60 anyways. But it really depends on the cost of materials and that kind of thing. So anyway, let me know. Ciao until next week. Have a good one.